Alright, so there's been a decent amount of leaks coming out for Black Clover Mobile, and I wanted to go over a lot of the info we got, and also talk about the new season. So, the way it seems so far with the seasons we've got, the game will be separated into big seasonal contents and sprinkled stuff in between. And I want to talk about the current season compared to the previous season and stuff like that. Not just, for players that are waiting for global, but also for the current players as well. Some advice on what to do in the current season. But for the ones that are waiting, which is majority of you, what to expect. So, we got the Season 2 banner, this is old news, but the probable next new characters coming out are Kahono and Kyato. Kyato? We already have their banner, animation and stuff like that. We have a resemblance of an idea of what they might do, but honestly, given with the characters we got recently, it seems like the resemblance of an idea is still good, but they end up actually doing minor changes. And the next banner coming out tomorrow, I think, is William Step Up, which is a regular character we already have in the game. Highly suggest anytime they release regular banner characters for it to be a skip for everyone. Even if a character is good, and there's going to be a lot of banners. So they have the banner for both Kahono and Kyato, but Rods and this William banner, these characters are in every banner. It's not really worth pulling for any character that isn't seasonal, honestly. Or if a character is very, very good on their release banner, then I think it's worth it. But a character like William, you probably pulled him already. So going for dupes is not really worth it. Something that is interesting, text in multiple languages have been added, but I'm pretty sure that BCM Leaks is only using a JP client or Korean client. I don't see why these languages have been added to the game, but these are probably the languages that will be in the global versions for the ones that would be interested. Deutsch, English, Spanish, French. Don't know this one. Don't know this one. Indian? I don't know. Japanese, Korea, Portuguese, and Thai, I guess. So there's probably going to be more languages as well, but it is interesting. And Chinese, obviously Chinese. But for the global players from around the world waiting, these are some of the languages pretty much confirmed, I suppose. Other step-ups coming up. So again, all of these step-ups, it's just really not worth pulling. Even if they're slightly discounted, but they're not even that discounted. The only discount you get is from the 5th multi, you get a half off. And 9th multi, you get another half off. It's really not that big of a deal. It's not like a step up on Grand Cross, where the second multi is 1 gem. Not half. It's a 99% discount. It's a huge difference. So but yeah, these step ups are really not worth pulling for. Bond peace item, no clue what this could even be, to be honest. But another item is what we need. Charlotte costume. So there's gonna be an event coming out soon. I believe they actually already had talked about it in the patch notes or dev notes. And you'll be able to farm currency, and apparently this costume likely will be purchasable there. Charlotte's unit isn't the best, but cool costume. Really cool costume. Gifso, I'll be honest, I don't remember who this character is. I say this a lot, but it's I read the manga, and I'll be real, a lot of the non-important characters are just kind of erased out of my mind to make space for all the good shit. And his skins as well. This guy too, Gueldrin. He looks like he has a stand. Looks like he has like a Dark Souls stand. What is this? Okay. Characters probably coming up soon. And again, Kahono and Kyato as well, which likely should be the next banner. All these characters, right, are all skip recommendations. Oh, he's an SR. He's an SSR. But he's an SR. all of these new SSRs coming up are honestly skip recommendations considering the banner format for the seasons. Because for what it seems, seasonal characters so far have been the best characters in the game, apart from Lotus. Lotus is a different beast, but like Blue Yami, Red Asta, and Mimosa was the first seasonal banner. And pulling on that banner grants you access to all the other really good characters in the game. Mars, Lotus, William, they're all in the banner. And then, you know, the regular banners outside, like Red Yami, Fugodion, they're pretty good, but they're not as good as the seasonal characters, honestly. And then those characters go to regular pool forever, so if you just save up for the next seasonal banner, you're going to pull multiple dupes of these regular banner characters you've been skipping. It's like, I don't know if they're going to change up how this works, but for now, all these regular banner characters, in my opinion, for the ones, you know, waiting for global, if you save up for the seasonal banner and you max dupe freaking Noelle, bro, you won. Like, there's no character that comes even close. New Mimosa seasonal skills. Another seasonal Mimosa. It's weird. Julius skills. We already got a leak that Julius is coming not so long from now. New world boss. I'm going to talk about the new world boss in a bit. So new stuff. So these are like the events. Gear and accessories summon banners. This worries me a lot. A lot. Because at the current moment, gear is the worst system I've ever seen in a video game. Getting gear in this game is honestly a reason why I can see most players quit the game. Is just, if you've played a game like Epic 7 or Genshin Impact, whatever, and you're like, oh man, I can't get the one gear I want because I want the perfect substats, right? And, you know, I can't really reroll more than one substat. You know, I really want the perfect substats. And when I level up the gear, it doesn't get like the perfect substats. In this game, we're not even worried about substats. Getting the gear itself is impossible. I am so many weeks deep into the crit chance gear stage, the one that drops crit chance gear. I am still to make a crit chance set. And a set is 2 gears. It's not even like I'm 6 gears, it's 2 gears. I am still to be able to make a crit set because I just can't get another crit gear. It's not even, like the substats of my original, the one crit gear I have are not even good. They're not even good substats. But I have to use it because it's all I have. And eventually, we're going to get to the point where substats will matter, and it's going to be even worse. If they don't change the system, I know why. Because gear, summon banners, if these are crystal, which they could be, you know why? Because right now in the game, let me open this. They have a gear crafting system with the world boss. I did it just for a test. And if you want to pick which kind of like gear piece you want, it costs 300 crystals, which is 1/4 of a multi. It's like if it costs like 7 gems on Grand Cross. A little bit more, but 7 to 8 gems, 7.5 gems. It's absurd. It's not even like it's guaranteed to be a LAR. It was a UR piece as well, which is useless. UR pieces are useless. Very worried about this. Very worried. If the reason why gear is the way it is because of this, and we're gonna get to like summon gear with crystals, I'll quit the game. No questions asked. Squad and Kingdom summon banners, probably like putting like a banner with like only Black Bulls, only whatever. Like a banner full, like only Asta, if Asta gets another character, not the seasonal one. And then like Yami, Noelle. Not a bad banner. I mean, but there's not enough characters for that. Gear craft missions, sounds good. World boss, the world boss that we currently have, which I'll talk. I guess I'll bring it up. One world boss would be unlocked per week over the course of 3 weeks, and we'll be able to fight against a total of 3 world bosses. Let me really quickly. This is the current world boss. If you if you know about the other world boss, you have X amount of times you can do per day, and you get coins depending on the difficulty you do, and there's a shop. Now, the shop for last world boss was very good. It had 2 SSR dupes, but you can use on anyone you want, skill upgrade materials, which are insanely rare, daily stamina, super huge, daily gold, also really great, and these skill pages that kind of suck, except this one's kind of okay, but this one really sucks. The shop was really good. This one, not so much, especially for the prices. You get 100 coins per completion, for the picture there, plus some random ones. Like one of these costs 50, and it's one. And the one that you buy has a 18% chance to work when you level up a gear. And then, I don't know, like this right here is garbage. This is the gear crafting, and this top left one is kind of okay. For 100 coins, you have like a 5% chance of getting a lot of gear. I kind of made the math, but not really. So, huge downgrade from the previous one, but looking from the picture, so it says like it locks every week, right here. The shop resets every week. It's what it seems, because every week like is the same boss, unless they just were lazy and didn't put like a different picture and different name. Is the same boss. The shop resets every week, so you can like rebuy these. The boss is so bad, there's a skip option, because it takes like 20 minutes per run, so you can just skip. It's a massive downgrade from Season 1. If maybe next week they actually take away these things from the shop and put something else, then cool, but at the current moment, very disappointing, and everyone was insanely surprised on how bad the shop was. It was like unbelievable. Everyone came together and was like, are we really looking at the same shop? Is this the same thing? Are we sure? This is the thing I was talking about. So, event with a story and stages with bosses and challenges. Farm currency that can be exchanged for items in the shop. So, I think this is going to be like the Noel event that we had from the last season, but, you know, that's just speculation, I guess. Some characters will boost the drop of items, very standard for most games. Probably the seasonal characters. Various missions to complete. Probably the seasonal characters, and honestly, you should pull for the seasonal characters, so... yeah. And boss stages will open specific days, and you need to reach X points to do the challenge stages. So we'll see when that comes out. Having skins in the shop is really cool. Skins don't give you any stats like Grand Cross, so it's literally just for fun. I like that. I prefer like that. Mana Fountain. You use items to get mana. Depending on the item, it will give you more or less. You have a limited amount of items you can use to get mana. Use this mana to level up your Mana Fountain. Leveling up the Mana Fountain will give you all your mage's passives, such as more stats and level. What I think this means is an SSR dupe. Because if you go here to like any character, right? So they have a character 4 dupes. I don't believe I do. That'll be, oh yeah, I do, Fugodion. So Fugodion has a passive. I don't know what it does actually, but it has a passive. If you max dupe a character, he unlocks an extra passive. This one. Noelle, for example, her extra passive is insane. Her extra passive at the beginning of the match gives her a shield, and if you keep up that shield, she can counter every time she's attacked. But she only gets this at max dupes, and obviously with each dupe you have, you actually get stats. So I think what it means is it's going to be like an activity where you get SSR dupes as rewards. That'd be great. It will be like replacing the fact that we didn't get any from the boss. If that's the case, really good. We don't know though. The only other way so far that is like consistent to get SSR dupes, and I thought that would take me to the thing. I guess not. Is the monthly mission. I don't know. I guess the inputs. I don't know them. The monthly mission, gives you the key that you need to use to get the seasonal character and an SSR dupe every single month. It's been consistent so far with a reset. So, and it looks like it says right here that every time it will reset and get the same reward again. So, getting at least one per month plus whatever they decide to give for events has been very good. Again, the 2 from the shop, if we can get another like 2 or even just 1 from this mana event to replace the fact that we didn't get it from the world boss, then good. Cool. Dungeons, a limited time challenge event. It has 4 different dungeons, every one with different floors, or I guess every space one with different floors. You have to fight monsters to fight treasures, and special currencies needed to play. Sounds like just a regular event that you play like daily, like the limited events. Maybe you need to grind the game regularly. You will drop like this kind of like Grand Cross, and you need this currency to open up the stage and play it. And we'll see the rewards we get. There's a lot of a lot of activities. The one thing I've been very disappointed with this season is the season dropped and there wasn't much to play, right? There wasn't much to play. We got the banner. As soon as the season dropped, we got the banner. The banner's amazing. Don't get me wrong. Cool, love summoning. But then it was like, okay, I guess I'll grind gear, because there's nothing else to do. There was nothing in the limited time. Now there's the world boss. There's this, which I kind of just autoed most of it, and like our daily regular stuff. But there was like not much to do. So I guess they're pacing themselves with these releases throughout the season, which is good. Don't blow your load all at once, but it felt like kind of weird. And then I'll just end off of this because it was funny. People were going crazy for this like fake post that apparently Global's coming out July 2nd. Didn't happen. It's July 3rd. Didn't happen. So I think this season has been underwhelming with its release so far, but with the leaks that we have, it keeps me hopeful that good stuff will come. Now, some stuff that released this season, right? So we got the gear crafting, which I mentioned. I did one to test. This is the worst system in the game. I thought, not counting like farming gear. I mean like system that you like put currency in, something happens. It costs 500,000 gold, and like I mentioned, if you want to pick which kind of gear you want, like defense, attack, HP, you need to pay 300 crystals, which I did for a test. I wanted to see if I would get an LR. I got a UR piece. I got this one. I got a UR piece. Oh no, I got this one. You can see right here, I have it. UR piece. I paid 300 crystals for a UR piece. Do not do this. When the game comes out on global, stay away from this unless they fix it. It's just garbage. 500,000 gold already is a huge price to pay. 500,000 gold is a lot. Also, 300 crystals? You're insane. The set is not even good. Insane. Terrible system. And again, you only get it costs 1,000 currency of the world boss. Are they actually brain dead? This is one thing they've done with the previous update that looks very similar. So you have like these like general missions and stuff. Not anything hard to do except this one, which is like pick up shit from the ground. But just general stuff, play limited stages, stuff like that. And you get this currency and you just keep getting rewards. They kind of did this for the last thing and the dice, and it's pretty good. If they do this, very frequently, the rewards are pretty nice. I like it. So this has been the season so far. I don't know, maybe I am being biased and hating on it a little bit because I genuinely hate the grind I've been going through to get gear, and if they don't improve on this, I'll probably quit the game. But I guess the season's alright.